Welcome to Recipes Recommended. Today's recipe, Pad Thai, is another recipe I've cobbled together from several successful versions. It shares the best parts, and the result is something anyone can make using ingredients you can find at most major grocery stores. I admittedly replace some harder to find ingredients with ones that can mimic the flavor profile you'll find in your favorite restaurant's version. Also, the recipe we make today is flexible. We make a version using fried, firm tofu, but this works just as well with other proteins like shrimp, chicken, or pork. We hope you enjoy it. We start with the sauce, or what I'll call the wet ingredients first. You want to do this first because the bulk of the cooking actually only takes a few minutes, and you need all of your prep ready to go when it's time. To mimic the sweet and sour taste of tamarind, which is hard to find and the signature flavor of a lot of Thai cooking, we use dark brown sugar and lime juice. We also whisk water, fish sauce, neutral oil, I prefer avocado oil, rice vinegar, and for optional heat, Thai chilies, but feel free to use cayenne or another spicy pepper to your desired heat tolerance. We set this aside to let the flavors mingle in a safe spot for later. I really like to cook with different proteins in dishes like this. I especially like cooking with tofu as it adds an interesting texture and substitutes exceptionally well. It's easy to work with once you get the hang of it. Take the tofu out of its package and pour off the liquid. Then, place it on some paper towels to dry off as much liquid as you can. If you want to use chicken or shrimp, for instance, I'll add that in the recipe you'll find on our website, link in the description. After the tofu is somewhat dry to the touch, lay it out on your cutting board and slice it evenly into planks. It's easiest to do this by slicing down the middle first and then into 4 equal pieces. Frying tofu, as I previously said, gives it a great texture, and it's also a great place to start if you're new to shallow pan frying. Start by adding about a ½ inch of oil to a small pan. I like to use cast iron because it's much easier to clean. Turn the burner to medium-low and let it heat until the oil is shimmering. Very slowly, place your planks one at a time into the oil. Don't crowd the pan, and be aware there will be some unavoidable hot oil splattering. I can't stress this enough. Take your time and carefully flip the tofu after a couple of minutes per side. Once browned enough, carefully remove the pieces to a paper towel to soak up some of the excess oil. The tofu should still be soft, but will get a little crispy as it cools. This is also a good time when you can season it if you want. Timing, like I said, is crucial here. Make sure you always look at your recipe and ensure you are accounting for steps that take significant amounts of time. In this recipe, instead of boiling the noodles as you would with similar recipes, we soak rice noodles for about 20 minutes in hot water. That way, we'll have them ready to add when the dish comes together. I feel like we're always cooking with shallots. That's okay because they're delicious and also a great way to hone your knife skills. We mince garlic and shallots. You don't have to be super technical here, and if you're not an expert yet in fine mincing, just chop the 2 ingredients to about the same size. Green onion is a staple in many cuisines. Sometimes you use the green parts only and sometimes just the white. I like to use large pieces of the green and finely sliced pieces of the white, but this is also something dictated by your preference. After those are set aside, take about a 1/4 cup or so of dry roasted peanuts and chop them into small chunks. These 2 garnishes really give Pad Thai more of its authenticity and can't be excluded. A lot of recipes I've followed say that you should cook the egg while you're cooking the other ingredients, but to make a recipe that is foolproof as possible, cooking the egg before is the easier option. It also keeps its color and stays in bigger pieces, which I prefer. I scramble my eggs fast in a non-stick or cast iron pan at medium-high heat. By this time, the tofu should be cool enough to cut into smaller pieces. Just like before, slice lengthwise and then into smaller cubes. I think a 1-inch dice is perfect. Set those aside and we're just about ready to put this all together. Remember when I said this goes together really fast? This is the only time you really need to keep a close eye on everything. We start with the garlic and shallots cooking in a 10 to 12-inch pan over medium to medium-high heat. After seasoning with a little salt, keep stirring until very fragrant. This should only take about a minute or so. Add the eggs, and once incorporated, drain the noodles and add them to the pan. Mix it all together, and then slowly add the fish sauce mixture. Give it about a minute to get back up to temperature before adding the tofu or protein of your choice. Keep everything moving as the rice noodles tend to stick to the pan. finally, add about half of the green onions, bean sprouts, and some of the chopped peanuts. I like to eat this family style because it's so pretty. After transferring it to a serving platter, I add the remaining garnish of tofu, green onion, bean sprouts, peanuts, and of course cilantro. I like to serve this also with some lime wedges, chilies, bean sprouts, and more cilantro on the side, but add whatever suits your taste. I know you will. This dish may seem complicated, but that's really all just because it comes together so quickly. Also, don't feel the need to follow exactly the order I presented in this recipe. Just keep in mind things like the noodle soaking or cooking your proteins. You'll get better the more you make it, and the more creative you'll also be. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the like button, commenting, and subscribing. You can also find the full recipe on our website, recipesrecommended.com. If you have a recipe you think we should make, send us a message and we'll check it out. We may also make a video. We thank you for joining us, and please don't forget, great minds eat alike.